Good day, Friday the 3rd, the 10th, 2017, quarter to 10 a.m. Well, the word investigation, or reading a book, and a point of view, or a story about somebody's biography. Well, the story of the beginning starts at 0 at your age and the day you die. It could be 1 to 0 or 1 to 1,000 years old. Every day is another day and another page in a chapter, if every year was a chapter. You read a book, you can't do a book report unless you read the whole thing and answer the questions the teacher asks. Or you can't get your degree or your master's degree unless you spent that 7 years and done all the tests along the way, so the teacher knows you've done your studying as well. When you do an investigation, you have to look at all the pictures, not just what you want to see. Turning a blind eye because I'm a human trafficker, I'm ignorant, and I don't want to listen and only see what I want to see. Being a biased, ignoramus opinion because I refuse to listen to two sides of the story in a dispute, like a game of chess or a football game or soccer or hockey game. There's two sides, not just one side, because you can't have something with one side if there's two people. Because each person has their opinions of what they see through their eyes. As an investigator or a person who's just watched a movie or read a book and has to do a report on it, they have to watch it. They have to listen to it and watch it carefully and listen to it carefully. That's an investigation. A review on what they've heard and seen from both sides. Okay, how does it work? You have to listen and watch what goes on throughout their whole time. You have to look at their childhood, the beginning. You have to look at their youth, the middle, and their adulthood of learning and working in society, and then their retirement, their life. Then you can do a biography on them, or a report or a review, or an investigation. If you don't want to look at everything in life, in all their accomplishments, their achievements, their aspirations, and how they lived in life, to figure out the necessities of life is what their parents and what the government has put in front of them before they left home at 19, not afterwards. Because that's how they see life. They have to have the house, the car, and their parents have to work. That is life. If you don't understand people are not homeless by choice, it's somebody else's choice, and that they see life, that they have to work like their parents do, they have to have a house like their parents do, and have to have a car like their parents do, then you're an uneducated person, and you're being discriminating and hating that person, and you've never gave that person equal opportunity in society and a clean environment to live in. If there's not a society that the youth cannot go out and go to a bar and see 300-400 people in the bar and enjoy a group of people, or go work out in the fitness center that's affordable, or go play a game of soccer and be a team player just like it was in high school, then we got a problem. Because what they learn as a youth in their development to move forward, like training for a job and getting that degree in education, it doesn't work at all. Because they can't afford to live by their means. That's right, their parents looked after all their means, supposedly, from the time they were born to the time they were 19, age of majority and left. Now they leave home and they have to have the same statue of life. They have to have enough money to feed themselves just as good, to buy just as good clothes, and have just as good products in their house. Entertainment, TVs, vehicles, entertainment, and everything else they had before, and better, by the definition of alimony. If you do not have common sense of the common world in the common dictionary of the Canadian Criminal Code book, the Webster Dictionary of what recovery means of 100%, or what a definition is, I guess we have uneducated people in society. We don't have a society or resources if we don't have the people who need the goods and the services. If people are afraid to use the rec centers. They don't have kids to go to the schools. They don't want to drive on the road. They don't want to go to the doctors, the lawyers, or the teachers because they're always being assaulted. Then we don't have to pay taxes to them because they're assaulting us and making us into refugees and forcing us out of our country, called genocide. You are using psychological war, which is part of the body. You're causing physical torment and distress on the people. Under family violence, you are the forefathers of the country, therefore you're family violence and assaulting us, and you're abusing the children. You're making the world impossible. Just like we go to school and we have a couple dances every year for the students of the school of all grades. That's right. A kid doesn't yell out discrimination because it's only the students in the school. But when they hit 19 and they don't want to go to the bar because there's some 40-year-old trying to hit on them because they just don't realize yet that there's going to be a 40-year-old because it's from 19 to 90 can go to a bar. But the 90-year-olds aren't going to go there near as the 50-year-olds going to go there because they listen to a different type of music because it's a different type of era, supposedly. Because we're not playing the 60s musics, we're playing the new modern music. I don't know. Investigate something. You have to look at the whole picture just like a book report or else you're going to fail it. If you ain't going to follow the definitions in the dictionary and your criminal code books and what you're taught, then I guess you're uneducated too. Because it doesn't work. Quit turning a blind eye and only seeing what you want to see instead of the whole picture. Necessity is everything your parents had and more. Just like the definition of alimony. What a kid expects. Nobody expects to live in poverty. Nobody wants to because it's not what we learned in school. You think poverty is fun? You think people choose to live in poverty? You're dead fucking wrong. They want to live a fair opportunity life and have the sky the limit and live the dream. Just like that stupid movie that's outrageously of only showing millionaires and billionaires and, Slumdog King or whatnot. People digging in the trash or whatnot, or trailer trash shows. Just jokes about poverty. Or The 8 Mile on Eminem and his life living in poverty in Detroit City. I don't know. What's reality? A war show? That if you run down a field, you might get shot? Because that's all it is? Get in the field and don't come back. Because that's all it looks like in World War II documentaries and every war movie. There's always a vantage point, and they walk into it and get shot. Or gas in the air, or an ambush. Premeditated attack. You walk into something they have the advantage of, and you don't. They know the area, you don't. They have all the people in place, you don't. Premeditated assault or attack on you. Just like the beaches of Normandy and Bimini Ridge. They had all the areas first, and then they had to go in and try to take it over. Just like The Rock going into the shower room. Have a good day. My talk on the definition of doing an investigation or a book report or a review on something that you're blind-eyeing and not paying attention to the whole picture and causing more problems than before because you're too ignorant.